What's up, guys? In this video, we're going to be talking about how to take mid control as a T-side player on cache. One of the reasons getting mid control is so important on cache and is inarguably the most important part of the map is because once you have mid control as a T-side, you have so many options. You can go into vents, you can push Z, you can go up highway and do an A split. It's just so much easier to squeeze the bomb sites when you have mid control. So to that same point, when you're on CT side, holding middle is incredibly important. That's why you want two, maybe three players holding middle on CT. But we're going to go over on T side how to get that mid control. You want probably two players as entries that are going to be in mid, and you want one or two players throwing support nades. So one option would be having a mid supporter that smokes Z and throws a pot flash mid. So to smoke Z, what you can do is line up your cursor with the middle of this cross, and it's a running throw. And if I remember correctly, you release once you run past this white line right here. Let's see if that lands. I think that's it. Yeah. So that's going to totally negate Z. So this same player that throws that smoke can throw the pot flash where you put your left shoulder against this and put your crosshair right here. And that's a pot flash that gets anyone in what I call level 1 flash. In mid, when you're taking mid, there's two levels. I call this, anything behind this line is level 1, anything past that line is level 2. So that pot flash is really good because that's going to blind anyone. White box, looking white box, going to blind anyone up close on the right or left sides. So really, when you have that supporter throwing Z-Smoke and the pop flash, your big exposure now is probably white box. So to handle white box, you could have a supporter number 2 player throw this molly. What you do is there's like a shadow right there. Just look straight down and line up with this spot on the shadow. Doesn't have to be insanely perfect, but right there is where you want to be. And I use classic view model, so I'm able to line up this molly like this. Put your crosshair right here, hold it down, and now on my molly, you can see the very top of the rag. I put the very top of the rag right at the tip of the top of that building right there. So that would be the lineup. And it's a running throw, and you run for like half a second and then throw. So it would be like that right there. That's going to land white box. That was actually a little far. Let's try it again. There we go. So that molly's out white box. And then you could just throw that and then throw this flash right here. Actually, that wasn't far enough. You want to throw the flash like that. What that's going to do is when that molly lands, this white box person's going to back off, right? And then maybe play like this angle. Once this flashes him in the face, he's just going to like run this way. And while he's running up highway, you can have your first entry just like peek him. And try and get that kill while he's running up highway. So that would be your supporter number 2. Mollying white box and flashing highway. So then you could have a third support player even throw a molly like this. I hide the second pipe. I take it up to the red beam, hide both pipes, go in the middle right here of that like glass or whatever it is, and then do a running throw like that. That's gonna molly out your vents and under vents area. You could even throw it a little bit further. Maybe like go like right here, run for a little bit more, and really get into vents. Just depends on how you want to throw it. Either way is fine. So if you have those 3 support nades mid, that cancels out Z, it cancels out white box, and then you have a pop flash to get level 1. So your entryways would be like this. Entry number 1, after all that shit has gone off, you're gonna check like this and then run into here. And then your second entry person is gonna trade kill if anyone is right here close left. And if not, they're just gonna get like right here. Once the entries are at these 2 points, the first entry, he's gonna check this a few times and then throw this molly. And then wait for anyone to run out to die. No one runs out. Now you guys will start working up highway. And then this second entry player throws a flash for him. I mean, you could throw like a flash like this. If you want, you could throw it like that. There's a variety of different ways you could do it. And then this guy's going to start checking this. He still has a smoke, so he could smoke like that if he needs to cancel out anyone peeking him from quad or back sight. And then, you know, all your options are open. So now you have mid control. And my biggest piece of advice is once you have mid control, is to be decisive on where you're going. One of the biggest mistakes I see on Mirage or Cash is T-side players will get mid control and then they'll just freeze and not know what to do next. Not have like a decisive game plan on what to do after you get mid. Because if a couple players are just in mid, there's so many different angles you could get killed from. Once you're mid, you could get attacked from here, you get attacked from highway, they could boost late. Like 2 players could push through A and then boost and then kill you while you're in mid. You could get pushed from B, from here and here. So there's just too many things that can happen once you have mid and you're just sitting there. You've got to get mid control and then be decisive and, you know, have a game plan on where you're going next. Something I usually do is I'll get Z control if I'm playing like really aggressively. Maybe my other players are going up highway. I'm gonna get Z control. And I like check this spot right here. You kill the truck players so many times when you're doing that. And then you can even like catch a rotator off guard possibly. So pushing Z is pretty strong if you're like a lurker. But this video is just really about getting mid control. There'll be other execute videos on how to execute A or B. But I just really wanted to show ways to get mid control. And it doesn't have to be all of those nades, but, you know, just pre-coordinate some type of combination of those things I just showed you. But yeah, that's about it. If you have any questions, just throw them in the comments and let me know. Thanks for watching.